All right. My name is Bemat Bomboma, and I wanted to leave a quick review for Brad Chandler, my man. Um, I met Brad earlier this year on a mastermind. He came as a guest speaker, and one of the first things that I learned actually made me emotional, um, and it was learning about the fact that I haven't loved myself. I'm 40 something, and I realized after he had spoken that I had not loved myself. I had been harsh on myself. And that got me emotional. And so I got on a journey to get into the program with Brad, and we worked together for a couple of weeks. And man, there are so many things that I can say have changed for the better in my life. Um, the the first thing is that I've learned to love myself, not in with Brad's help, not in a self-centered, conceited, um, egotistical way, but a genuine love uh, for myself. Um, the Bible says to love your um, the two commandments. When Jesus was asking the Bible, what are the greatest commandment? He said the first one is to listen, O Israel, um, the love your God is one. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. And the second commandment was, and you shall love your neighbor as you love yourself. Um, but you can't love your neighbor if you don't love yourself, right? And so one thing that Brad helped me to realize is get to that place where I have a healthy, genuine love for myself. That I am not as harsh on myself as I used to be. I give myself a break for messing up, and that has been transformational. Um, One big win for me after this transformation, after working with Brad, has been my youngest daughter. She's in sixth grade, and I used to drive her to school, and she would hurry on and leave the car. She would put on a new persona, like completely different person, and just rush out of the car. But I realized in the last couple of months that we get to the school, she's herself, and she insists on turning to me and saying, "Daddy, I love you." And when she gets out of the car, we'll wave. It used to be she just dashes and leaves. And I believe that a part of the reason for this transformation is because of the fact that through the deep work that I did with Brad, I was able to get to that place where I forgive myself for all the mistakes and all the screw ups, and I gave myself a break basically, and I started getting in tune with my true self, and that reflected outside. So my daughters, my wife, my daughters can see true love out of me. I don't know if that makes any sense. So to me, that's a significant win. The other thing that I'm grateful for is that I don't get I don't get triggered so easily anymore. I haven't had a fight with my wife in a very long time. Um, we're on a vacation out of the country for over a month under some really crazy circumstances, right? Crazy situation in a country in West Africa with our host. There was potential for a lot of friction, but we didn't fight once. And part of the reason for this is I learned to love myself and not to take anything that my wife was bringing at me as judgment. I would stop when anything that came out of my wife's mouth was would have hurt me in the past. I will stop and ask myself, where is that coming from? Is that from a place of love or a place of hurt? And working through that process, um, I was able to keep. It was a wonderful time. And then in the midst of the vacation, we had a tragedy. My wife lost her stepmom, whom she was very close to, and that was very harsh. I like to say there was a lot of estrogen involved, a lot of emotions. I had my wife and two girls, and I had to keep everything together. We managed, despite that tragedy, to have a wonderful vacation, and part of it was I believe because of the deep work that I did with Brad, where I learned to love myself, and not to be triggered, not to be to get triggered with anything. Acknowledge my emotions, acknowledge what I'm feeling, be honest with myself, give myself a break for feeling that way, and it's been tremendous. So I hope those are two good uh, specific examples of the results of working with Brad. And yeah, is it perfect? No, I slip up every once in a while. A couple of days ago, Brad was gracious to check on me. We had a conversation that sparked the positiveness again in me to try to some of the things that I was struggling with to try to get them under control again. So I have nothing but good things to say about working with uh, with Brad. So I thank God. I give God the glory, and I thank Brad for um, the transformation. And I don't know what else to say. So, Brad, my man, keep doing what you're doing, man. You're making a difference. You certainly made a difference in my life. So, keep up the good work, man. I love you. Bye.